This is how you can protect yourself if your DACA has expired and you're waiting for renewal. So this assumes that you've already done all the inquiries. Maybe you even filed in federal court to get it moving. But right now, your DACA has officially expired and you're waiting for renewal notification. So during this month or two, while you're just waiting, you are unprotected. You can be placed in removal proceedings. You can be detained during those proceedings. And if you have an old removal order when you were a kid, you can be removed based on that order. So these are a few things that you can do during this month or two when you are vulnerable. Number one, do not tell your enemies that you don't have DACA. Right now is not a time to tell people that might not like you about this because they can go to the local ICE field office and report you. They can give them your address and your name. And if they want, ICE can check that with their system and you will show up positive and they'll realize, maybe for the first time, that you don't have protection anymore. Number two, avoid unnecessary travel. Close to the border, there will be CBP checkpoints all along major highways. When you go through one of them, they can ask you about your status, and they can also just point their cell phones at you and see if you show up in Mobile Fortify. You will show up in Mobile Fortify because you are in their system, because you're a DACA recipient who has been renewing on time for many, many years, and you're just in there. Your face is there, your biometrics are there. They will know that you don't have status, and again, they can put you in proceedings or they can deport you based on an old order. Number three, draft an I-246. The I-246 is a stay of removal order. It's a last-ditch effort to stop your deportation. So this happens when they've already picked you up and you have like 72 hours before they deport you. Your lawyer can submit an I-246 with your signature on it to the field office to stop the deportation from happening. Usually they get denied unless there's very compelling medical issues or very compelling humanitarian grounds or community ties to a U.S. citizen in the United States. So you want to gather all the evidence to support it, and that's what takes a lot of time, which is the reason that you should have this drafted before you get picked up. Number four, prepare a draft motion to reopen. Because motions to reopen are very complicated, but you should at the very least research them and try to see if maybe it makes sense to file one now or later, but at the very least have it drafted. Number five, do not ignore bag and baggage notices. So ICE, when they find out that you don't have DACA anymore, if they want to deport you on an old order, they will send you a bag and baggage notice or notice of deportable alien to surrender. If you receive this notice and you ignore it, you lose a 72-hour grace period that you get once you're detained. That 72 hours gives you opportunities for relief. But if you ignore it and they have to arrest you through an arrest warrant that they sign themselves, then you don't have those 72 hours. They deport you much, much faster, and you lose the opportunity to defend yourself. Finally, number six, realize the limitations that you have in just staying at your house. As of May 2025, the Trump administration can enter people's house with arrest warrants that ICE signs themselves, unless it's a third-party U.S. citizen's residence. I hope you enjoyed that content. If you want to see the full article, sources, and guide, go to The Migration on Substack.